J'espère que vous allez très bien aujourd'hui. Le voilà, aujourd'hui nous allons parler des adjectifs. So adjectives, and this is not the most comprehensive thing ever, but it is going to give you an idea about how adjectives work in French. So regular adjectives, all adjectives come in the masculine form. So if you are using adjectives with a masculine word, great, you don't have to do anything. They're changed from the masculine to the masculine plural, feminine, and feminine plural. And you basically add an E for the feminine and S for the plural. And that is it. So examples would be intelligent would be il est intelligent. Elle est intelligente, because we add an E. Ils sont intelligents, this is masculine, plural, add an S. And elles sont intelligentes. You have an E and an S. E for feminine, S for plural. And you do hear that T with the feminine. You don't with the masculine. Je suis déçu. Je suis déçu. You actually don't hear any difference because the E is a silent E, but it is there in writing. Okay, so regular but different. Some adjectives follow a specific pattern, so they are considered regular, but they're different from the basic form of adding an E for the feminine or an S for the plural. So for instance, if they end with an EUX, then the feminine form is EUSE. So heureux becomes heureuse. Paresseux becomes paresseuse. Curieux becomes curieuse. Furieux, furieuse. And you have some nouns that end with an EUR that do the same thing. Travailleur becomes travailleuse. I know that's a noun and not an adjective, but no time like the present to look at it. Okay, if the adjective ends with an E, there's no additional E for the feminine, but if it has an accent on the E, then the additional E has to be added. Not can be, has to be. Because the accent on the E makes a sound, an E form, whereas the E with no accent has no sound. So égoïste, you'll notice there's no accent. Il est égoïste and elle est égoïste. It does change with the plural. Ils sont timides, elles sont timides, so you do have that additional S there. But there is no E added to it. On the other hand, elle est organisée, elle est organisée. You see that there is an A sound with that E with the accent. Therefore, we have to add an E for the feminine. Here are some irregular adjectives. You just have to memorize them as you go along. And most of the words ending in U become plural with an X. Bleu is one of those exceptions. If an adjective ends with an S or an X, you don't add an S. Again, bleu is an exception. But for instance, blanc, blanche, frais, fraîche, roux, rousse. So roux in the masculine would not change if it were plural. It would just stay R-O-U-X. And by the way, roux is a redhead, and it refers to a person. Rousse is a redhead also, feminine form. If you had two females who were rousse, you would add an S to that, but the masculine wouldn't change. Beau would become B-E-A-U-X. Belle, of course, adds an S. Vieux stays the same, and vieille would add an S. All right, let's do a little practice. Il est amusant would become ils sont. 1, 2 et 3. Ils sont amusants. Il est organisé. Elles sont. 1, 2 et 3. Elles sont organisées. Nous sommes beaux. Nous sommes. Feminine form of beau. 1, 2 et 3. Nous sommes belles. And that's about it for us with this quick review of les adjectifs. Au revoir.